Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Here we are, another day, another dollar. Last night we watched Avengers
Infinity War.
Infinity War. My favourite of the two, if I'm honest.
I think I've only ever seen both of them once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna need another watching of Endgame before
I think we saw Endgame twice.
Did we?
I think. Do you remember
Oh,
when
maybe we did, yeah.
we went back to the cinema to watch it again?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Because it was like really like mind blowing.
It's a while ago now though.
What do you think? Did you enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I still maintain that Doctor Strange and Black Panther are my favourites of the group.
What, in the films? What,
And,
Star Wars films?
But of the
Franchise.
Avengers.
Alright.
I love Captain America, my heart will always be with Captain America, but Doctor Strange and Black Panther I just think are like really cool superheroes.
Yeah.
Like there are other superheroes where it's like, you're nothing without the suit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Black Panther and Doctor Strange do things that no one else can do. This is our 10th weekend in lockdown.
10 weekends.
10 weekends in lockdown.
It's a lot, isn't it? Did you ever think at the start it would ever be this long? Because I didn't. At the start, I didn't think it would be like, 10 weekends.
I don't know what I thought, to be honest. I think I've been quite easy about the whole thing. Because I just knew that there's nothing, like, I think I just sort of gave in quite quickly. I was like, well, there's nothing we can do. So we're just going to sit tight. And I think I purposely just didn't think ahead too far because I knew if I was like, oh my god, 10 weekends, I'd freak myself out a bit.
Well, I thought it wasn't going to be that long. I thought maybe a month, 2 months. It's only when I spoke to my agent, and my agent was like, yeah, I think it's going to be September.
What, the lockdown ends?
Yeah, or it was like theatre and stuff. He said, I don't think no one's going to be working until September. So he was pretty right, to be honest. Obviously theatre's longer than that now, but...
Yeah, I don't,
but he's pretty... When he said that, I was like, wow, this is serious.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm genuinely a little bit of a loss. Like, I've got some writing to do. Like, I said that really lightly then. I've got a book to write. So, I can definitely be getting in with that. But it is just like... It's just wiped out everyone who is an actor has just wiped out their main source of income.
Yeah.
So everything they've got left is like the things that they usually do to fill the gaps. But even then, the thing that a lot of my friends do to fill the gap is teach.
Yeah.
Which they can kind of continue to do, but it's not the same doing it over Zoom, and like they can't, you know what I mean? Like it makes their job a million times more difficult. But it has just wiped out everyone's main source of income.
That's the thing, it has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? Because like if you could teach online, so you're a singing teacher, and you would normally have, say, 50 clients a week, there's not that disposable income now.
No.
So one, if like you're teaching kids, parents probably don't have the money to go, oh, there's 20 quid for your singing lesson. Yeah. So even if like Zoom singing lessons do sort of work, even though I heard they're not great, because it's like delaying stuff and all that sort of stuff. It's just like the money's not there in just the economy, really, is it?
Scary times. Scary times. I didn't mean for this to be a coronavirus video. I saw something else.
If we're moving on from coronavirus, and we were talking about heroes before, and the key workers, they're heroes. They're going out there, NHS, doctors, nurses, carers. And we talked about Marvel heroes before. Let's take it back to a time where there was no coronavirus. Simpler times. You didn't have to worry about bills because you were a wee kid. As a child, who was your hero?
Like, just hero in general? Who was my hero? Yeah.
So like, who did you look up to as a child? Was it a celebrity or a singer or an actress?
That's a very good question. I loved Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Less so for like him, but just more for his work. Because I loved Edward Scissorhands, The Corpse Bride. Like for my, I think it was my 12th birthday when that came out. I wanted to go and see The Corpse Bride for my 12th birthday, so I took a bunch of friends to go and see Corpse Bride because I was desperate to see the new Tim Burton film. And Sleepy Hollow. Oh my god, that movie. I think I watched that when I was like, I really want to watch that again now. It's just...
Yeah, great.
And I discovered there's a I knew there was a musical that went to the other palace about Sleepy Hollow, but a new one's just been written.
Yeah.
Or it's just been like, the music's just been released, called Tarrytown, and it's got Krista Rodriguez in it, who's the original Wednesday. Love her, I think she's really
And Jeremy Jordan.
And Jeremy Jordan, who you love. Yeah, I just loved Tim Burton for his work, and I had like all of his books, and like I had a massive The Art of Tim Burton book, and I loved.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like look inside his brain, because all the stuff that came out of it was so weird and so wacky. I was like, I just want to know what it's like inside your head.
Yeah.
See, I think I'd say Tim Burton, but I think I was a bit strange as a child, because I don't remember sort of looking up to Tim Burton. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't remember thinking, I want to be like him one day. I just loved what he created and produced. Yeah. I don't remember there ever being anyone that I was like, oh my god, I would love to sit and have dinner with them. I think I did that fictionally more than I did in real life. And I think also, this might have something to do with it, but from a very young age, I was working with people like Michael Ball and Brian Blessed and Nicola McAuliffe and Anton Rogers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I was taught, I had it ingrained in my head from a very young age that these people who everyone admires are just people.
Yeah.
So it didn't, not that it took like the magic away, but it did sort of lift that curtain a little bit.
Yeah. I guess so.
I think I've told the story before, but I remember when I went to go and see James McAvoy in 3 Days of Rain, and all of my friends went round to the back of the theatre to stage door to go and meet him, and I was like, I don't want to go and meet him because I really want to work with him one day, and I know that if I meet him now, I'll just jump on him and lick his face. Yeah. So I don't then want to like work with him in 20 years time and he'll be like, aren't you that girl who licked my face at stage door?
Yeah.
So I was like, the first time I meet James McAvoy, I want it to be on
professional terms.
Yeah, I want it to be on the first day of rehearsals for the new play that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was when I was like 13, 14. So I think I've always kind of had it in my head that these people are just normal people, and I kind of just admired their work as opposed to the person.
Mm. So does that not change now then, as an adult? Do you have anyone you would say now that you look up to now?
Yeah, definitely. I think things have changed a little bit.
Who's a little hero now?
I've always said that there are two people who I would 100% cry if I met them, and it's Tom Hanks and Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
100%. Oh my god, if I met Julie Andrews, I'd be an absolute mess. She's my childhood.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, Singing in the Rain,
Yeah.
They're Only Modern Millie, like, she's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'd 100% cry if I met her.
Mm. And Tom Hanks.
And Tom Hanks, yeah.
Because he's Tom Hanks.
Because he's Tom Hanks, yeah. Again, like, the amount of work that he's done that... Like, I just don't think there's ever been a film that he's been bad in.
No. He is ridiculous, isn't he, Tom Hanks?
Even if the film's not that great, he's still amazing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like, The Money Pit. Have you ever seen The Money Pit?
I don't think I have, no.
Oh my god, I remember, like, I've got this memory from being about sort of 14, 15 and watching The Money Pit, and there's this bit, it's basically they buy a house that they think they've got a really good deal on, but it turns out the house is a money pit because, like, it's just falling apart, and they keep finding things wrong with it. It's a bit where he walks in and there's a big carpet on the floor, and he didn't realise the carpet is covering a hole in the floor, so he just starts sinking through it, and he's like stuck with his hands up, and the wife comes home and he's like, oh my god, he says something like, thank god you're here. I started hallucinating for a minute there. I thought the Care Bears were here, and that floored me. Like, I had to pause the movie and I was laughing for like half an hour. I found that so funny.
Yeah.
I think as a kid I loved fictional people more than I did real people. Like, I obsessed over books and movies more so than I did. Like, I think I would have preferred to have dinner with Edward Scissorhands than I would have Tim Burton.
Do you think, like you said, it sort of numbed you to, like, people, like stardom? Do you know what I mean? Like, being a kid and being around these people who would go out stage door and people go crazy for him.
Yeah.
You were like, well, that's just them. But so you didn't fully comprehend meeting someone, like, as an adult now, and you actually comprehend what Tom Hanks has actually done. Yeah. And what, you know, these massive stars have done. You're like, wow, actually, if I did meet them, it would be amazing. Yeah, and I think as a kid I just didn't understand, like, as a kid, the coolest thing for me was that Brian Blessed had been the voice of Clayton from Tarzan. Yeah. Like,
Never mind that he'd been in Flash Gordon, and
Yeah.
never mind that he'd climbed Everest, God knows how many. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to me, the coolest thing he'd done was
Yeah.
voice and animation in a movie, but he was still just this guy who I used to charge 50p every time he swore.
Okay, so with that as well, meeting heroes, have you ever met someone who you're a bit disappointed? You met them and you're like, oh, you have to name names if you don't want to. But have you ever met someone you're like, oh, that sucks?
Yeah, but I don't think it was a true representation of who that person was. I think I just caught them at a bad moment. It was the final Harry Potter premiere, and my brother had taken me. He had a spare ticket and he took me.
Yeah.
And I met one of the cast afterwards. I think I told this story before. It was Helena Bonham Carter. I still love her. I still think she's amazing. It didn't like ruin anything for me. But I think basically I was stood there waiting. Tom was like, look, you've got your camera, you love her, let's just go and get a picture. I'm like 17 at this point, maybe 18. Yeah. So as we're about to walk over, she's having a conversation with, can't remember her name, Polly from Peaky Blinders, Narcissa.
Yeah, I don't know, sorry.
I can't remember her name. She's amazing too though, and I wish I'd asked for a picture with her as well. But she was having a conversation with her, and someone else got there before me and Tom and interrupted and asked for a photo. And she went, if you must. And I was like, oh God. I was like, Tom, abort, please. And he's like, no, it's fine. And the picture I got with her, I look absolutely thrilled to be there. She does not.
Yeah.
I'll find it and send it to you because it's funny.
Has that experience like ever affected how you've then gone on to have pictures taken with people? Does that ever stick in your head?
Yes, that does stick in my head, but sometimes there's nothing you can do with the way that people perceive you.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is literally nothing you can do. I made a video a while back called, I think it was called something like Bad Experiences with Me, and it's where I've had feedback on people meeting me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, like, you can be like the nicest person to somebody, and if someone wants to see you as a bad person, they will. There's literally nothing you can do. Like, someone interrupted me once whilst I was talking to someone else, and I was like, oh sorry, just one moment. Literally all I said, and then they wrote a blog post about what a bitch I was for shouting at them at stage door. So sometimes there's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Literally nothing you can do.
That experience reminds me of the Helena Bonham? Mm-hmm. The Helena Bonham Carter experience. Reminds me of the experience I had with Adrian. I don't know his name because it's, what's the guy who played Paul Dark?
Oh, Adrian Turner?
Yeah.
Aidan Turner.
Aidan Turner.
Aidan Turner.
Yeah, that reminds me of the experience I had with Aidan Turner. At What's on Stage Awards.
Yeah.
When you won. And I saw Aidan Turner in the auditorium of the Prince of Wales Theatre where Mormon is, and I was a bit like, oh, I'm gonna get a picture with him. Not for me, for my mum, because my mum's like a massive fan and I think she fancies him a bit. So I was like, I'm gonna go and get a picture with him. So I walked over and he was speaking to the director of the play that he was nominated for. I think it was called The Lieutenant, I think. It was a Michael Grandage. He was like a pretty big theatre director, does a lot. So I'm stood there like an absolute melon, and I just hate that feeling when you're like waiting for that conversation to end.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was an organic pause, and I think Michael might have gone, right, I'll see you in a bit, Aidan. Walked off, and then I said to Aidan, I was like, hey man, can I have a picture? And he was the nicest guy.
Aww.
He's just an Irish guy. He was the nicest man, and it just made me feel so at ease. But me being me and being a bit like, I'm like you too, I'm an actor. Because I was trying to find the common ground.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm here with my girlfriend, she's nominated as well. And he's like, oh right, amazing, what for? I think it was Heather's.
Yeah.
Like, oh, right, Heather's. And I was like, oh, good luck for your nomination. And he's like, oh, thanks mate, thank you. And I was like, again, clutching at straws, I was like, I used to work in this theatre, I'm an actor, so. He's like, oh, what, you were in Book of Mormon? I was like, yeah, I was in it about a year ago. He's like, oh my God, I love that show. And he went on about how much he loved the show. And then, he fanboyed over me, not at all, but you could see he was a bit like, oh shit,
yeah,
I love that show so much, and that's so cool that you were in it, because you know things about it, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it was a lovely experience. He was really, really nice. And I put a picture on my Instagram, I think, can't remember, somewhere about it, and I made sure, I was like, this guy is really bloody nice. So that's a positive experience.
I had sort of like a reversed experience with Jerome Pradon.
Oh yeah.
Who was
Judas
in Jesus Christ Superstar in the like
film version.
In the film version.
I know a lot about that. Sure.
And Jesus Christ Superstar is just one of those musicals that I just never really got into when I was a kid. Like, I knew it existed, I just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't ever listen to it or really get into it. So when I found out that I was going to be doing a workshop with Jerome Pradon, I was like,
yeah, cool.
I didn't really know who he was. I'd sort of heard the name around, and I remember when I told people at work, because I was in Les Mis at the time, I told them that I was going to be working opposite him. They were like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, oh, cool, okay. So we worked together, and like he started singing, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is insane. Like, his voice was ridiculous, and he was so lovely, like so like ridiculously nice. And because the workshop was called Only the Brave, and so you had sort of like the English, the German, the French, and me and Jerome were both part of the French rebellion. So we were always like sat together, and he was always like, you know, making jokes and like just like super lovely. And then it was only after that I then saw him play Judas in the film, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's really good in there.
I can't believe I sang a duet with Jerome Pradon. It's so cool. Yeah. I had like a reversed, but like after the fact.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I sang with him.
Yeah.
I sang a whole duet with him. He spat in my face because we were that close.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, there we go.
Meeting people, heroes. Who's your heroes? Got any heroes out there?
And have you met them? And was it what you expected?
Yeah. Well, that's that. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day. Be safe out there. Don't be scared to meet your heroes, because they're just people. Is that good?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah, that's it. Don't overthink anything. Hello, future Oliver here. I was cut off because we ran out of space. What I was saying was, don't overthink anything. I think. That makes sense, right? I don't know. Right, bye, have a good day. Bye.